Unbelievable. This is quite a shocking one. And if you hear it, you will sincerely understand what we mean by that. Amotekun has been helping greatly in Ondo State. And that's the state where we have Akeredolu as the governor. Yesterday, we saw that the Fulani community in Ondo State came to meet Olurotimi Akeredolu and swore to him by the Quran that they will bring every criminal headsman among them out, and they will ensure that they are if they're given opportunity to live in Ondo State and to do their trade and to do their business, they will not allow those who want to infiltrate into the rank to come and do any of that. They will ensure that the Fulani headsmen in their states, comply, and they know them, they know their names. They came to the governor and they pleaded with the governor that the governor should please allow them stay in Ondo State and not send them away. This was what, they came to meet the governor for and to discuss with the governor. Anyway, the governor, they discussed and they had an extensive lookout and in possibility of what could entails in all that manner. Anyway, my wonderful people, you'll be shocked what Amotekun did, to some Fulanese. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like us, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. Let's get all the details. Amotekun rescued two Fulanese adopted by fellow Fulani herdsmen in Ondo State. Can you imagine? Because some have said that they will fish out and they will tell the governor the bad ones among them. They are now the targets. It was gathered that the victims were adopted by a gang of herdsmen in spare parts area in Akoko Southwest local government area of the state few days ago. Two Fulani herdsmen who adopted their fellow Fulani herdsmen have been arrested by men of the Ondo State Security Network Amotekun Corp. The victims were adopted by a gang of herdsmen in the spare part area in Akoko Southwest local government area of the state few days ago. The commander of the corps in the state, Chief Adetunji Adeleye, who confirmed the development, identified the victims as Musa Ibrahim and Adamu Ibrahim, both brothers from the same parents. According to Adeleye, the victims were tied to a tree and about to be slaughtered by the hoodlums, their fellow Fulani herdsmen, when his men arrived at the scene. The Amotekun boss said when the operatives stormed the scene, the Fulani herdsmen, numbering about 7, fled, leaving behind one identified as Said, who was sleeping at the time. This is a case of herdsmen being kidnapped by a fellow herdsman. Two victims rescued by the Amotekun corps were Musa Ibrahim and Adamu Ibrahim, both siblings, and both also herdsmen, Adeleye stated. This is very surprising. They were kidnapped in Akoko and valuables were taken from them after kidnapping operations. They were tied and were about to slaughter their own fellow Fulani herdsmen. Before our men got there, in the winds of time, we penetrated the forest where they were hiding and we were able to apprehend one of the criminals. He confessed to the crime and said the gang was a group of 7 and that they were migrating into states from Benin to Kogi. He said the last kidnap they did involved 8 persons. He said they all scattered about they were all scared about the Amotekun men in order not to be arrested, he added. That's why they are walking around. The suspected kidnapper, Adamu, claimed he came from Kogi for the purpose of kidnapping and that they hire cows to as cover up because they were not real owners of the cow. He said they operate in some bad portions of the road in Ajowo, Akoko, and other areas where there are potholes. The suspect said the gang moved with hired cows to spy out the land and to check out those to kidnap. He also confessed that they robbed at some bad spots in the area. So this is what happened. Herdsmen kidnapping herdsmen. The new thing now. The new thing. So that's why when the Fulani, when Southern governor said enough is enough, let's stop Fulani herdsmen and their activities. The whole of the north said no, you can't stop them. You can't stop them, but you cannot provide a solution. See what they are doing. Just see what they are doing. Just see what they are doing. They are going about kidnapping people. And it's a normal thing for them because it's what they do, is their lifestyle. Thank God for Akeredolu. I hope the governor of Edo State is hearing. He said because he was asking his people that was not going to sign anti-grazing law. So people like this who are hiring cows to spy out the places and to kidnap people roam freely. So they study who is around, who has gone out, who is coming in, and they understand when to operate and when to hijack and when to capture the whole situation. Why? Because they roam freely. Okay, but guess what? Akeredolu is paying from the state's money to ensure safety for his people, ensuring that Amotekun are well looked after and they are mobilized to work, motivated to carry out the assignment. And so Amotekun, God using them to protect, the whole of Ondo State. Now, because in Ondo, they know that in one of the states in the whole of the Southwest, Ondo State is where the governors is hard head on to ensure that, the whole evil of herdsmen is brought to the barest minimum. And guess what he's doing? He said, listen, we're not going to sit back and keep quiet and allow this to happen. No way. So we're going to ensure that we stand up for the truth. I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to stand back and let this happen. And so the governor has put strict laws and things in place to ensure that his people are protected, to ensure that his people are safe. Get you can see the rubbish and nonsense going on. See some of the rubbish going on. Thank God for the governor of Ondo State, and they know that Akeredolu is not even is not playing balls. Okay, it's not like the other governors or people who are asking how will I implement open grazing ban. No, not Akeredolu. It's paying the Amotekun to do their job, and they are doing their job quite well. You see, in Ondo State, we saw that Fulani herdsmen have gone to pledge allegiance to the governor, saying that they will bring up the criminal ones and they will ensure that Ondo State are free. For these reasons, they are chasing their own brothers, ready to kill their own people. You see that the Fulanis are very heartless, very heartless. Their own, same Fulani, they are ready to kill two brothers of the same parents. You see how they roll? And yet they tell you that include them. It is inclusive. One Nigeria. Don't tell people that they are criminals. So who are we deceiving at the end of the day? Is it not ourselves? Is it not our very own self? Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please do not forget to like us, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Remember, you have a voice. Speak.